Tesla has this week unveiled what it says is the longest supercharging route in China. It stretches 5,000 kilometers running from west to east China and includes 27 EV charging stations. To discuss this, let's bring in broadcaster Pavlina Osta. Pavlina, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Tesla wants to make EV road trips easier, and now that's a reality in China.
Yeah, it's very exciting because not only is it a beautiful scenic route that, stretches 5,000 kilometers, which is 3,100 miles, it is along the legendary Silk Road, which is kind of cool. And Musk's ultimate goal is to connect Shanghai to China. So it's definitely something that's going to be revolutionary, and drivers don't even have to worry about their car running out of charge. There's lots of different charging stations along the route, and you can charge for 15 minutes and it gets you up to 250 kilometers, which is amazing. So it's an incredible thing that's coming along. And plus, Musk is trying to repair everything that's going on with China. He had sort of a rocky auto show in April, and there are different things, the military, there were some military complexes going on just because of security and everything like that. So I think he's trying to repair some of those ties as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Tesla, you imagine would really want to restore its reputation after recent bad publicity. And China is the world's biggest electric car market as well. So it's critical to Tesla.
Oh, absolutely. And there are thousands of cars, Tesla being sold each month in China. So it's definitely an important, market that he needs to restore. And it's amazing that, we obviously are concerned about the climate. We're concerned about our planet. And for China to be the largest, market for electronic cars, it's really important. And that's definitely going to make an impact.
So EV range anxiety is a real thing and is one of the reasons why people don't want to make the switch to an EV. But I guess moves like this will only increase EV take-up, knowing that you're not going to run out of charge.
Yeah, this is huge. And it's the supercharging, which is really exciting as well, because you can charge for 15 minutes. And like I said, 250 kilometers, you're good. And that's just great because you're not having to worry about that charge. And there's lots of charges along the route as well. So you don't have to worry about, running out of power, running out of gas, or not really gas, but running out of charge while you're out there, because it's not where you'd want to be stranded. As you can see in that video that Musk actually retweeted, from his China plant in China. There's a lot of scenic routes that it's kind of on its own, going along that Silk Road. So it's not a place that you'd want to run out of charge, So thankfully there's lots of those supercharging stations.
Yeah, absolutely. Where you are in the US, how receptive are consumers to electric vehicles?
Yeah, so I'm actually based in New York City. I wish I had a car, but it's not as feasible here. But, I think it's one of those things that it's a slow transition. There's a lot of the charging stations is new to people. And I think that kind of shift, that kind of change is always different. That people they're sort of interested in it. They're not so much. It's very fascinating that younger generations, the millennials and Gen Zs, are definitely more into the electronic cars. They're definitely into their Teslas. And I think they're going to be the generation that really transforms where we go with this, and, making that switch into electronic cars, because the older generation, they're not as, it's such a big change, so we're slowly getting there, but I've definitely seen a lot more, here in New York, and just around the country.
Yeah, fantastic. Are you personally a big fan of Tesla, of Elon Musk?
I think he's fascinating. I think Tesla's fascinating. I think the whole revolution of what he's trying to do is great. And, he seems to have good intentions with everything that he wants to do. And especially with connecting Shanghai to London, COVID-19 has made the world very divided and just kind of separated. And to have that kind of connection is going to be really cool and just kind of brings us closer together. So I'm for it.
Fantastic. Before I let you go, if anyone wants to find out a bit more about you, about the work you do, I know you're involved with podcasts, with radio broadcasting, where can they go?
Absolutely. So my all of my social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, all of that is at Pavlina Osta. You can also get my recent best-selling book, 20 Things Every Motivated 20-something Should Know, on my website, which is pavlinaosta.com.
Fantastic stuff, Pavlina. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and having you join us here on Ticker News. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.